Welcome back, everyone, for another game list with video game expert Loren.
How y'all been?
Today, we look at the most disappointed purchases and rentals.
Yeah, this is going to be the negative Nancy episode. Sorry in advance. there's the Canadian.
And I have a lot of shit to say.
Yeah, there's...
So I'm going to start us right off here. Developed by shitty-ass sculpture software and published by shit-fuck Acclaim Enterprise at the time. On March 92nd, Super Nintendo was shit on by Super WWF WrestleMania. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
This fucking game, it showed all the wrestlers we wanted at the time, okay? It had superstars. This was good WWF TV. And they had Hogan, Natural Disasters, Macho Man. It had a great roster. And you know what? It was a button masher, so you had to mash B or Y or X if you wanted to do a move. That's fine. I can get past that.
Whoever mashed faster?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what I can't get past is nobody having finisher or signature moves and everyone has the exact same moves. So it's like a copy and paste and everyone is exactly the same. Us kids could see through that back then, and you guys should be ashamed of yourselves. We rented this thinking it was going to be a good wrestling game because it was on Super Nintendo. It was the first wrestling game on Super Nintendo. And basically the Nintendo... late Nintendo games were better than this for Super Nintendo games. Fuck you, Acclaim.
I distinctly
Wait,
remember...
Acclaim? Was this LJN?
I don't... Yes, it was. Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Did I
I know
just
you're
shit
looking
on
it up, and I'm
Acclaim?
already going to tell you.
Did I just shit on
Yeah, but
Acclaim?
no, but
Hold
LGN
on, I might have to address an apology here.
LGM was with Acclaim at the time, weren't they? We'll find out. As he's looking it up, I distinctly remember...
It says Acclaim...
I had...
Oh, it's Acclaim and LJN.
Yes.
Okay, sorry, Acclaim.
Both.
LJN, go fuck yourself.
Well, both can... They can both eat a
LJN,
dick.
fuck you. Anyway, how about you?
I rented
Honorable
this
mention.
game. Oh, no, I rented this game. And the place that I rented, always rented from, it was about like a 20-minute walk from my house. And my bike had a flat, so I had to walk it. And I walked all the way there, picked this up, walked all the way back, put it in. 15 minutes later, walked all the way back, said, fuck no, I want my money back. And she, only because she was like a family friend, she was like, yeah, of course. Like, it's that bad? And I was like, oh, that's fucking unplayable. Okay, my honorable mention, picture going into a rental store and seeing Mario on the shelf.
Okay, like which one?
Well, we'll get to that. In 1993, for Super Nintendo, and you're pumped because Mario World was, like, objectively in the top 5 for Super Nintendo games. So... you see something called fuck, Mario is Missing.
Oh my
and you're
god,
like, hell
why?
yeah, I'm going to rent it. Because it was Mario, dude. It was Mario on the cover. So
But
I'm
that's
like,
a shitty
okay,
game.
well, we know that now. We didn't fucking know it when it just dropped on the shelf and it was him and Luigi and Bowser on the cover or whoever. So, yes, I have only myself to blame. Yes, I had expendable money at the time. So I was renting games a lot. I was out of shit to rent, and I saw Mario. What a stupid fucking game. That's it. You take clues that are like historical, and you go around the world looking for Mario. It's like Carmen Sandiego as Mario.
It is like Carmen Sandiego.
But fucking worse. So, yeah, that's it. I hated it. I rescued him once, and then I took it back. Let's also talk about thank God for rentals. Because if we had to buy this shit like in Japan, rentals were illegal in Japan. So my number 5, I've told you how much I love Strider. Like that's a top 5 game on Genesis for sure. Strider Returns came out, again, expendable money renting, and you see a Strider sequel? Oh, fuck yeah. Problem
you're gonna
was,
rent it.
US Gold just bought the rights.
Yeah,
and then,
it's totally shit
and
company.
dumped out. Like, Capcom had no involvement in this game whatsoever. So it's only US Gold, which they are not. They are US fucking iron pyrite. Clearly not coded well. Because the hitboxes just don't work. Like, it's just a terrible... Like, I don't think it was bug tested. Like, you know, back then, when your dad would have, like, okay, like 5 o'clock on, it's my TV.
Yeah.
Because I'm
it's like,
watching,
get the fuck
I'm watching
off,
the
I'm watching my
global
show.
news and I'm watching MASH, right? Everybody's dad watched MASH. I literally shut it off and just watched the fucking news. MASH, but because that's how bad that, like, forget it. No. Strider returns. Fuck off. Strider returns to the rental store. What's your number 5, sir?
Oh, man. So I remember these when they came out because they were made by THQ.
Oh, yeah.
A company that I could trust. And if I saw a company I could trust release a game that I've trusted before that was published and developed by a great company
That you trusted.
that I trust, THQ, and I see that they're releasing not just one, but 2 games. The first game released by THQ, WCW Nitro, January 26 of 1998, and then Thunder, released January 13 of 1999, was developed by Inland Productions but published by THQ. THQ has never lied to me yet at this point.
Yeah.
They've always gave me good games.
Yep.
And this came out on a superior platform. I'm talking about the PlayStation 1. And then we're playing on N64, which is supposed to be laggier and a little slower than the PlayStation. So when I saw THQ was releasing these commercials that, well, not THQ, but WCW was releasing these commercials. Here's the next wrestling game. Forget about everything you know about wrestling. And then it was just all just shit. You had these cool motion picture videos of each wrestler when your cursor was over them. So you thought immediately this is going to be good. And then you got into in the ring and you're like, holy crap, this sucks.
A little
And
bit of that Rise of the Robots, yep.
Yeah, it was garbage. Anyway, I don't want to talk about any more of these games. So my number 4 is developed by Acclaim, published by Acclaim, August 31st, 1999.
So we're back to fuck Acclaim.
Yeah.
And LGN.
WWF Attitude.
Oh, yeah.
Terrible fucking game. You have to do, like, combos to do moves. So you have to, like, left, right, up, B, or down, up, A, or left, B to do moves instead of just grappling and pressing a button. And it had an awesome, huge roster, and it had good music. You could create your own match, create your own entrance, create your own pay-per-view. You could do edit a wrestler. It's like the options were all there, but the controls are so shitty that it made it a terrible game. So that would be my number 4.
Okay. You may have heard in a previous episode, or in a future episode, depending on how these come out, that my favorite arcade game of all time is 720. Well, my least favorite NES game of all time is 720.
No way.
It's so fucking terrible. I'm pretty sure it was Mindscape. I don't even want to look it up. I don't want to waste the energy on looking at that fucking box art for... So, I got it as a Christmas present at 12 years old. And I don't know what to say. Like so instead of like rotating, you literally just press, like, if you want to do a 360, you just press left, right. Like it's left, right, left, right, left, right.
Oh, that's weird.
So I played it for one day, and I couldn't do it, man. It scrolls like it has fucking Parkinson's. It's unplayable. That's all I have to say about it, because I'm not wasting any more energy. It's a throwaway title. My number 3. This is one of those times I break the rule. Okay, this is a Hall of Fame game for disappointment.
Okay.
But the only reason I'm breaking the rule is because I actually bought it new and played it. For anyone not aware, I'm fucking old. Okay, I'm 45. I'm talking about Atari.
What?
E.T.
Oh my god, why are you bringing this back? Are you just trying to get some views?
I'm only saying it because I actually bought it. I bought it from Zellers, by the way, with my allowance. Remember what that was?
I remember allowances.
This game was $2 in a bin. And
really?
What shocked me was, like, E.T. was a big project. Like, there were still $40 Atari games at the time, and this thing was in the bin for $2.
It's pretty cheap.
And like 6-year-old me, right, was like,
E.T. for $2? Fuck yeah, that's an easy fucking selling point.
I literally have $2 in my pocket because that's my allowance. So I bought it. And boy, like after the third hole, I mean, I'm not going to harp on this. Like Angry Video Game Nerd covered it better than anyone. Everyone knows that they, like, 900 copies of this shit is in a landfill somewhere, and that they dug them up and are selling them for like $200. Like, get fucked. And one guy had 5 weeks to program it, which is
It's insane.
absolutely undoable. But it was Steven Spielberg saying, "Oh no, it has to be done." So he was like, "Oh yes, sir." So he just took the money, and wouldn't you? Like, we cannot blame him. We have nobody but Steven Spielberg and Atari to blame for on this one. It's a throwaway game. Forget it. Hate it. And I played it, so it's allowed to be on my list. You, sir.
Published and developed by Konami, December 18, 1999. Castlevania Legacy of Darkness.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That fucking game. I was looking forward for a Castlevania game. The cover looked cool. I saw the fucking commercials. I rented this thing, popped it in, and immediately I was like, this is absolute garbage. I was so disappointed. Yeah. Controls were garbage. Camera angles was trash. Your weapons were cool, but it didn't help because you know where you're aiming at.
This game does have defenders, man. Like, people defend this game.
And you know what?
I'm with you. I'm not a fan.
I don't want to waste any more time on this.
Okay.
Fuck that game.
My number 2.
By Technos and Acclaim, February 91, on original Nintendo.
You see the trend?
Double Dragon 3, Sacred Stone.
Yeah.
Fuck that game.
You see the trend in your list here, right?
Yep.
Who keeps showing up?
I know.
You don't owe Acclaim no apology
I know.
whatsoever.
Fuck Acclaim at this point. This game is broken. Like, I think they honestly forgot to add continues your lives in this game, because once your life bar is dead, you're gone. That's it. And it's like, it's hard for most of us kids renting it for the first time to make it even past level 1.
That was right in that era where they just said, like, piss on it. Let's amp up, because we can't win. We can't, like, in Japan we won, but in the States, the court said no, rentals are allowed. So they said, okay, fine. And that's when you started seeing, like, American releases.
Yeah.
Way harder than Japanese releases, because it was like, if you can't beat them, then embarrass them. And just make kids think that they're totally inadequate and can't beat a game.
And it didn't work for
So
this
they made
one.
things like artificially difficult.
Yeah, but it's like they released Double Dragon 1 and 2 for Nintendo already, so we knew what to expect. So when this was released, it was like, what the fuck were they thinking?
Yeah. Hey, every company out there has that nephew. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, the one guy that can beat it.
And that was the nephew's idea, you know.
What's your number 2?
My number 2 is not a game, it's an entire fucking console library. It's the Panasonic 3DO. Throw the fucking thing in the garbage. It looks cool. It has probably, like these little details, like every console had a red light for when it turned on. This one had a blue and a green light. Ooh. That's it.
Who cares about that?
That's the best thing. No, I do, because it's the only positive. The controller's shit. The library shit, except for Street Fighter. It's actually playable, but not with that 3-button controller. Road Rash, maybe? I don't know. That's
Road
it.
Rash, yeah.
That's all I got. Every other game is fucking trash on that thing. It's almost all dungeon crawlers, because Trip Hawkins was like really pushing the 3D capabilities, which it isn't. It's not 3D at all. It's just like rasterized graphics that just, like an NES dungeon crawler. It's the same shit. It's terrible. And $700 fucking US when it came out.
Yeah, it's insane how expensive this console was. Like, it had no reason to be that expensive. I don't know where they got the idea that they could be that expensive.
I got nothing positive. I own one, and it's every now and then I turn it on and go, wow, it's blue and green, and then I shut it off.
Is it nostalgic to you? Is that why you turn it off?
Not really even. It's a very aesthetically pleasing console to look at. Like, compared to everything else that came out in like that 94, 95,
Yeah.
it looks better. My number 1 is I feel like this is just a layup. Like, it's not fair, but I'm going off my personal experience and not the internet's.
Okay.
So I rented Superman 64.
Oh my god.
Developed by
What
Titus.
a piece of garbage.
Came out May 99.
What a piece of trash.
The developer themselves said the game is incomplete.
Yeah, and they
we
still
were
released
just
it.
told don't give a shit. Put it out. It's a license game. It's got to meet the quota. Get it out. And they went, okay, fine. There's actually one of the devs say maybe 10% of the game was done when they cut it, made it go gold, and released it. Like, the one thing that's very accurate about that game, the smog. So like,
terrible.
The game is like in Metropolis. Metropolis is a massive city. It's probably very smog ridden. That's accurate because you can't see more than 10 fucking feet in the game. I made it as far as like a bunker thing fighting someone, and like their hitbox disappeared mid-fight. Like I just couldn't hit them anymore.
That Superman game sucked.
That was just like, I think I pulled the cart out of the N64 without fucking turning it off. That's how pissed I was at that point. I was like, no, I'm done.
Fuck this
game.
game.
Fucking done with this stupid calm blue ocean.
Did you get it all out of your system?
Calm blue ocean.
Did you get it out of your system?
I'm good. Okay. Unplayable game. I know there's like more legendary ones like Big Rigs Racing and all that shit.
Oh, I got one here.
Desert Bus, but
I
you're
got
number
one.
one.
I'm not even gonna give this thing anyone's time. It's called Outlander. It's for Super Nintendo. It's basically a Mad Max game for Super Nintendo. You drive around until you run out of gas, but what they don't tell you is that you're supposed to pull over before you're out of gas, go into a side-scrolling shoot 'em up, and then you get jerry cans to then walk back at the start of the level with that jerry can, and then fuel up your car so they can start the game again. They didn't tell you that in a manual or anything, so you had no clue what to do. You'd be like, all right, ran out of gas, and then it'd be like game over. Or you'd be like in a side-scrolling quest, and you'd be at the end of the stage, and enemies keep coming, and you don't realize you have to get fuel and go back to the beginning of the stage. Anyway, Outlander for Super Nintendo, go fuck yourself. I don't even know who made that game.
Do you want to Google it? No?
If it's a claim again, then...
Do I want to waste my data?
Oh, it was made by Mindscape, so I can't, I guess...
Hey!
That's
So we
like
both, we both had a Mindscape.
Second time a Mindscape game comes up, man.
Yeah, Mindscape is... oh, wow.
And it sucked. It was totally a shitty Mad Max 2 ripoff.
I remember that cover.
It was terrible.
Sitting on the shelf.
It probably sat there with dust on it.
It was always there.
Yeah, no one wanted it. And on that note, thank you for joining us for another gameless episode with video game expert Loren.
Yeah, don't leave comments on this one.
Yeah.
Because we just want to forget we fucking recorded this episode.
Yeah, it's, I think I might have to drink it after this.
Good thing I already am.
See you next time, everyone.
Bye-bye.